Good, real good. Thanks.
So it's when Kyle Shanahan, trying to prepare against what makes him like such a great offensive mind with somebody that
Well, it's that he's willing to risk plays early to set up for plays later, and you can tell he does a really good job of scripting sort of beyond the first 15, and I think that's where the value of it really comes into is that again you script beyond the first 15. Now you're able to set up things a little bit later down the road. So it looks like he's tied into that idea.
What do you mean by risking plays early?
Well, I said he wants us to show us his hand. So even if a play is stopped, he'll show it to us so he can set up a play action off of it or a boot off of it or something of that nature. So he gets a good feel for the game, again, what's going to work, what's not going to work, and then variations of plays that he has had success with. So really the personnel doesn't make a difference. Is he's going to end up getting to a formation that he's had success with consistently regardless of the personnel.
How similar is what you saw with Atlanta with him, what you saw last week, preseason?
Yeah, there are similarities there, and there have been similarities all the way back from when he was in Washington to Cleveland to Atlanta, and he holds his playbook tight to the vest, and he has core principles that you can tell he believes in. They're successful. He has had success with his plays, and that's what we're preparing for. So we're preparing for the things that he has had success with before in the past. So I said the playbook is open. I mean, really, it's only been one game. They've had a preseason, but as far as we imagine, there are many more plays that he has under his sleeve.
Does it make it harder to game plan for a team that has so much turnover?
Well, yeah, I mean, early on, because really all you have is the preseason games, and then obviously we have a history against them, having played against them before in the past, and it's trying to find the balance. The balance is imagining what he believes his team can do well and what is going to work against us. So it's just trying to find that happy medium between the two.
What are some of those hallmarks of a Kyle Shanahan offense?
Stretch, outside zone, trying to attack the C gaps, trying to expose the C gaps in some way, shape, or form, whether it's going to be front side or getting the halfback, cutting back, and trying to attack it backside.
Have you seen them use the running backs in San Francisco as much in the backfield as he was in Atlanta?
Yeah, they do it. They utilize it, getting to the empty backfield sets. Obviously, again, they have a guy, number 22, got speed. You could imagine that they would want to use him more so in the fashion that they've used the guys in Atlanta.
How vital is Carlos Hyde to what they want to do?
I mean, yeah, he's going to be the bell cow for them. So they're a team that wants to establish the run. They want to rely on the run. They want to press the edges and attack the perimeter of our defense. And so he's a guy who's more than capable. So he's a gifted back. Again, we have history against him, so we know he's a strong, solid back, nice cutback runner, hard nosed, and get behind his pads and try to run people over.
You mentioned his principles. Is one of the things he also does the motions like pre-snap as well?
Yeah, no question about that. Is I said motioning just to mess with you, really. Obviously, again, the quarterback gets the indicator whether or not it's man-to-man, and then we have to be on our principles in regards to, again, are we sliding or and our matchups.
When it came to the Jeremy Lane, he only had it for about 5 minutes of that game before having to go to Shaq and Justin Coleman. Their ability to step up and handle that situation, what did that say about the situation he had to put him through?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, just honestly, it was a shame that we had to lose Jeremy on circumstances that were, unfounded. And but like I said, it's just human error and things like that happen. So I said there's grace to be given there, as shameful as that was. So, but we certainly hurt it to lose him. Like that play cost us a touchdown. We lost him, but I said the brightness of it or the beauty of it is that we had guys ready to step up. And like I said, Justin was here for maybe a week, and he was able to kind of buy in. So I think it's hats off to our coaching staff. Andre Curtis and Ricky Manning and Nick Sorensen did a great job of having our guys prepared to play.
And how about Shaq? I mean, the fact he ended up having to go, I think, 77 of 82 snaps for his debut, and how he held up against a pretty high-powered offense.
Yeah, no question. I think, like I said, that's the awesome part about Shaq is there hasn't been a moment that's been too big for him yet. And if he's doing it now and he's just a puppy, imagine what he's going to be like when he's a big dog. But I mean, he's proven himself to have tremendous value for us, and I think it's just an awesome maturity level confidence, and a poise. Like I said, those have been the things that I think we've talked about consistently with him, is that there isn't a moment too big because he believes in who he is, and he believes in what we do. So.
How did Terrence Garvin handle his first game, and is he going to be all right for you this week?
Well, don't know that yet, but he played well for us. He got out there. He had plenty of buzz opportunities. He showed a good level of physicality for us and setting some edges and running and hitting. So I think the future is bright for him here with us. And as far as, again, will he be available and things of that nature, like, find my crystal ball. But, obviously I don't know, but hopefully.
What about Richard? He was on the injury report this week.
Yeah, he was. Like I said, we're just being cautious with him. I said we'll see whether or not he's going to be available. I know he's preparing as if he is, and he will be available. So I think it'll be coach's decision.
Given what you were just talking about, both Shaq and Justin, confident in what those guys would be able to do if they had to play a full game?
Yeah, no question. I said, literally, they had to play a full game after that. Shaq in that role, 77 plays, and then the nickel reps that we got with Justin, those are valuable reps. And I said, and if you could imagine, that was a full game, considering, we want to make sure we do a better job of not allowing ourselves to have to play that much.
You have to get to the point of even considering Sherman not playing, since it's never happened here. How different is that? What you as a coach and scheme have to do?
I'm not even considering that. It's never happened here.
Warriors never played at CenturyLink Field with this defense and just this atmosphere. How disruptive can that be?
Yeah, our fans do a tremendous job of energizing our football team, but we know that we're going to have to make sure that we continuously do things right to give them something to cheer about. So if there's nothing to cheer about, then there won't be the energy that's there. I imagine that it's difficult for opposing offenses and their level of communication. I said they're going to have to change some of their procedures. Again, how they're going to handle it at the line of scrimmage, silent counts, things of that nature. Again, all the hand signals. So obviously, again, we certainly want to use that to our advantage, being able to get off the football and just lock in and key in.
What made the biggest impression on you looking back to last week's game and the way it went for you defensively?
That we can be better, and as well as our guys played. Obviously, again, we want some plays back, but I think that's the story for every football game, is that at some point you're going to want something back, but we can't get those back. So it's just a matter of us being able to be locked in for however long that we're out there, and just be consistent with our effort and our execution. But I like the fact that our guys ran around, they took their game plan, and we executed to the best of our ability without very many lacks and lows.
What did you see from Sheldon?
Yeah, he's a difference maker, disruptive at the line of scrimmage. Obviously, again, the holding penalties that he was able to generate, they were vital. He got a sack. He got a sack out there in the game. I said it's a different presence that we haven't had here in the middle, and it's absolute, again, going to pay dividends for us. I'm very happy that he's here.
Do you still feel like he needs to kind of get his feet wet before you can really sort of unravel everything that he can do?
Well, we want to make sure that we keep him locked in. I say he is a cerebral player. He can do a lot, but again, he's new here, so why would we want to put that on him, even though he is capable? Again, it's not his first rodeo. He is a true professional. He does understand many of the different schemes and concepts, but we just want to make sure that we keep him locked in a certain spot so he can learn to dominate there first, and then we can see about moving him around.
Anything else, guys? Thanks.
All right, thank you, guys.